construction for our refrigerator cabinet. If you recall, we had a few issues with the larger door, but that's been corrected. The doors have all been sanded. We've added this bevel detail to them. And we just finished up sanding these planks right here. We gave them a nice hit with some 220 so they'll accept stain. And the end result is what we're trying to get to is here. So we're going to go from this raw product to this product. So our frame is all prepped and ready to go. We have our rabbets that are cut into the frame. And what we've done is we've added this bevel detail. So this gives us that nice bevel edge detail. And two of the panels are on the ends, so they don't need to be beveled on both sides. But the center panel is double beveled. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here, making sure that our bevel is facing toward the middle. You can see our panel is in there. So it's a really simple process. We're just going to go ahead and put some Titebond down here in our little rabbet that we cut earlier. We're going to stop about midway. We're going to take our first panel and set it in. And then what we're driving are 3/4 inch, 1/4 inch staples. That's all we're doing. So what I like to do is just make sure we're up and tight as we can. I like to start in the middle because sometimes it crowns. So I'll just pop one in there. Pop one in there, and I'll go ahead and hit the corner. And then I'll run a few down this perimeter. Now the center panel, we want to add a bead of glue here to keep the joint tight. To minimize separation, we're going to go ahead and extend our glue line a little. And carefully put a bead of glue on here, on this one side. We want to position our panel in there. I just want to push. You can see the glue squeeze out in the joint there. And again, I'm going to go ahead and press down at the middle, secure our middle. We got a pretty nice seam right there. We're going to go ahead and drive some more. And now for our final panel, we'll check the fit. It fits, and that's a pretty good fit. So it's the same process. We're going to extend our glue into our rabbet area, and using our glue bottle, run a little bead of glue here on this edge. Try to not slip off like I just did there. We're going to go ahead and push that in. Again, we're going to go ahead and hit the middle. Try some more on the panel here. And once this glue set, these panels aren't going to go anywhere. So we try the perimeter. And lastly, what I like to do, because I don't want this to come apart on the customer, I want to put this little reinforcing strip right here. What this is going to do is give us more glue surface and more staple area to keep these panels from splitting. So what I like to do is just zigzag me a bead of glue here, make sure we get good coverage. And I got a little more alignment line right here. I don't know if you can see that. And I just want to hold it on the line. About equal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drive a staple. And one thing we got to be careful about is we have to change the length of our staples. So that's a 3/4 inch staple. And I want to transition to a 1/4 inch staple or 1/2 inch staple that's not quite as long. So you can see the difference here in the length of the staple. Because what we don't want to do, we don't want to split and come out the face of our board that we took the time to sand and get ready, because that could be a problem. So we're going to change down to these 1/2 inch crowns. And I just want to press down and make sure that that's touching that. And I just run a few in an alternating pattern. And like I said, this is going to add support and help these boards stay together in the long run. Okay, so then we got our nice cleanup rag. I'm going to wipe off the excess. I don't know if you can see that, but you see we have a really nice tight joint. That's what we're looking for. A little bit of gap right there, but that's not bad. And then the main thing we need to do is flip it over. And you can see all the glue squeeze out in there. You want to get that out of there. I like to push it down into the crack so it seals really good. Just want to make sure you get all this up right now because it's really hard to get it off once this glue sets. A little puddle right there. Make sure we get all that out. Perimeter good. And that's basically the door. And you can see what we have here. So this one's from a different cabinet. But this door is ready for some final sanding and made to go right here. And you can see we have a pretty nice reveal all the way around. And this is going to get European hinges. We'll drill those out, get those set. And the only thing we'll have left to do is the large door and our pull-out drawers. So that'll be in the upcoming video. We do is building the boxes for the pull-out drawers and the drawer fronts. And that will bring us pretty much to an end on rough construction, and we'll be ready to sand and finish this cabinet.
Okay.
And always, we thank you for joining us, and see you on the next one.